We've seen some big deals go down as of late, but sometimes you have to wonder who did the math on some of these outlandish deals. Greetings and salutations, sports fans. Thanks for checking in with us once again here at The Fumble. I'm your host, Jackie Ray. Make sure you subscribe, give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, and then follow me on Instagram and Twitter at JRayTheFanatic. Now listen, I am not hating on anyone and their money. Sometimes you gotta get in where you fit in. And if you can sweet talk or charm your way into a whole bunch of money that you do not deserve, who am I to judge? In fact, more power to you, because unless you are an overpaid player for the Saints or the Lakers and can prevent us from getting an actually good player who can benefit our squad, I have no beef with you. Do you? Technically, no team is exempt from paying big bucks for a player who is underwhelming or didn't deliver. Take the Arizona Cardinals starting left tackle DJ Humphrey. In February of 2020, he and the Cardinals agreed to a 3-year contract extension worth $45 million. The deal included $29 million in guaranteed money. Humphreys was expected to be one of the best left tackle options available in free agency. Arizona selected Humphreys, who is 26, out of the University of Florida with the number 24 overall selection in the 2015 NFL Draft. But Humphreys' salary was comparable to Defensive Player of the Year runner-up Chandler Jones, 3-time first-team All-Pro receiver DeAndre Hopkins, and 3-time first-team All-Pro cornerback Patrick Peterson. No shade, but DJ Humphreys is not in that class. Those three are all veteran standouts, but Humphreys, he took 13 penalties in 2019. He missed 37 games in 5 years in the NFL, and he's yet to even be considered for a Pro Bowl. Now, this season, he allowed 2 sacks thus far and has 6 penalties. Not horrible, but $29 million in guarantees? Call me crazy, but Humphreys, this deal is all for you in your pockets. Okay, everyone take a deep breath, because I was going to save this next one for last because I know none of you are going to agree with me and a lot of you are going to start mad typing, so warm up your fingers because here we go. Now, let me be clear. This one has nothing to do with the talent of this individual. It's more about the consistent poor planning by this franchise. Make sure you understand that before I tell you, because next on my list is Zeke Elliot from the Dallas Cowboys. Again, before you get mad, please hear me out because I am a huge Zeke fan. I am all about feed Zeke. I love him. There's no shade to him at all. I think he's arguably been one of the best running backs in the NFL since being taken with the number 4 pick in the 2016 draft. And he's also one of the most productive players in league history. Only Jim Brown averaged more rushing yards per game than Elliott did through his first 3 NFL seasons. He is one of 13 players in NFL history to rush for 4,000 yards in his first 3 seasons, doing so in fewer carries than anyone else on the list. He was the league's leading rusher in 2016 and 2018. He was second to Derrick Henry last season, and this season he is 5th. So Zeke has more than earned his 6-year, $90 million contract that has more than $50 million in guaranteed money and expires in 2027. But to what end? Zeke has been in the league for 4 years and has only played in 3 playoff games. Perhaps that money could have been spent building a more complete team that could actually contend for a deep playoff run, and who knows, maybe even make the Super Bowl and calm all those annoying Cowboy fans who every year say this is their year.
2021 for that 2022 Super Bowl, we coming. Cowboys Nation, baby.
I know a lot of you will at least agree with me on the need to silence some of these Cowboy fans because the Cowboys, they never have 2 things that match. They either have a great defense and no offense, or a great regular season and then go MIA in the postseason. They have needs that should have been addressed. It's like the rookie move I made my first season of fantasy football. Get all the big names and expensive talent and put them on one team because you like them. It never works. You have to spread the love around. Balance is key. And let's just throw one more little piece of information in here, because if you're superstitious, according to Sports Track, 7 players at the running back position and non-rookie contracts with average annual salaries higher than $7 million in 2019 and none of those participated in the postseason. The Cowboys don't need anything, superstition or not, jeopardizing their postseason. But this is always the question, right? Which is more important, the quest for the bag or the quest for the ring? And I am not mad at Zeke getting his money. I love actually seeing him with the Cowboys. I think he's reminiscent of Emmitt Smith. I love it. I'm just saying, you gotta build a complete team. But while you're mad typing about my Zeke pick, let's move on to the NBA. Because there are several players that are not players seeking money over the ring. They are just getting paid for being mediocre. And don't tell him I said this, please don't, because I love him ever so much. He's one of my favorite NBA players, but Blake Griffin. I have to put you on this list, love, because $34 million per year? Come on, how is he worth that? Sure, he's 6'9", he makes crazy rebounds and dunks, but then what? He hasn't played 82 games since 2011, and I'm not talking load management. There is no doubt that Blake Griffin is an amazing player, but the 31-year-old has an injury-riddled career. $34 million seems like a lot when you don't know how long he'll be healthy. He'll be a free agent in 2022, and I doubt he will get close to that if he can't maintain his health. And we've already talked about Gordon Hayward. The Celtics signed him for a 4-year, $127.8 million contract for another injury-prone player. Great plan for the Celtics because they now have the biggest trade exception in NBA history, which is a sweet deal for them because now they can go out and absorb just about any player with a $28.5 million a year salary or less. That literally would have meant any player if they hadn't signed Tristan Thompson to a full midlife exception, which means they can't spend over $138.9 million, but that still gives them a lot of wiggle room. But if Gordon Hayward doesn't play well, or God forbid, he gets yet another injury, which is possible because he is injury prone, this is money wasted by Michael Jordan. And the writing for this one, especially with Gordon Hayward, has just been on the wall. I just don't get it. I understand the athletes want to go out there and get some big money. Hell, I want some big money too, so I'm not hating on it. But I'm saying these franchises need to make decisions that make business sense. You need a player that's going to be able to work for you long term. Yes, in Zeke Elliott's case, he can work long term, but is he going to be fantastic by himself with no ring? What's the point here? You need a complete squad at all times. That's all I'm saying. But let me know what you think about the list. Would you take a chance on an injury-prone Blake and Gordon Hayward? Would you pay Zeke a whole bunch of money knowing you're not going to get a ring? How would you deal with your franchise? How would you spread that money around? Let me know in the comments below. Once again, I'm Jackie Ray. Thanks for watching The Fumble, and we'll see you next time.